The following program contains language, images, and/or subject matter that may be objectionable to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for the New Media Zone. With your hosts, Ed and Dave. Tonight, a look at this week's new film and DVD releases. And a chance to win free movie tickets with the poster pair name. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave.
Hello, and welcome to the New Media Zone. Ed and Dave here. Ed and Dave with you, and we're going back in time again.
To when?
We're going back to 1982. 80s coming second for me in the decades. How about 80s for you?
I don't remember. I guess it was good. I got out of college because I hated school, so that was nice. Graduated. Got my fabulous job at New York State.
What year did you start with the state?
1984.
Year before. I was 87. Which reminds me, coming up in a few, after we finish the early parts of the decades, we have to put together a special memories of working for the state show.
Okay.
Where we tell all these wacky stories we kind of hinted at through the years.
Oh, I got stories.
Like
so do you.
The man with the finger who enjoyed a finger and all kinds of funny stories.
Oh, no. I got one with a woman that just so afraid to leave her seat because she wanted to make sure she made quota that she crapped herself.
Oh! Yeah. So we're going to compile those. But for now, it's 82.
1982.
And, yeah, 80s were good.
Yeah.
70s I liked a little better.
Start
but
making big bucks
at the
with a
States.
full-time gig.
Yeah.
Well, working a part-time gig, too. Doing all that kind of
Yeah, why
good
even
stuff.
back then were you working at the part-time thing? At the Carvel it was.
Oh, there's many a part-time job I had over
And
that
Pier 1,
decade.
of
Pier
course.
1, Carvel, Denny's,
Oh,
another different Pier 1
jeez.
in the late 80s. Yeah, just all
One
over.
job at a time was enough for me. I tried to do the part-time Pier 1 when I started with the state, and I said, no, the state is hard enough to deal with. I can't hit anything else.
I
in
used
it.
to do the Friday. You'd go from your state job, get home, 4 o'clock, get ready, go to Denny's,
Oh,
5 o'clock to 11, and then just down the street, go right from Denny's to Price Chopper and work the overnight shift.
no.
That was the Friday. And then Saturday, you didn't have one. You just slept. That's what I did. That didn't last long.
No.
But yeah, that was, I would do stuff like that.
Mm.
And I contend to all you youngsters out there, work hard in your young age. That way you can retire younger because
Right.
you will have amassed a small fortune. Not that I have a small fortune. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if it wasn't for the part-time gigs,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably still be working for the state.
Mm.
It was very possible.
Yeah, that you don't want to do.
Right. So it got me out. It helped get me out early to where I was comfortable enough to just work at a dollar store.
Okay, 1982.
Top 10 films, songs, TV shows. Now, if any of these shows sound familiar, it's because they've been running for 20 years. Talking about you, Gunsmoke. But you're probably off by then, right? They were.
Yes, no, that was 74, I think that went off.
Yeah, they ran 50s to 70s. All right, here we go. Top 10 movies, 1982, number 10. Annie.
Okay, that's the musical. The Sun Will Come Out
Was
tomorrow.
that McCardle?
Yeah. And who was the classy actor who was Daddy Warbucks, I think?
I see him. Albert Finney?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I was just saying Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, not his actual name.
Right. Number 9, the best little whorehouse in Texas. Was that Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds?
Burt Reynolds. He was done with the Cannonball Runs at this point, and he was moving up to this, where he was singing.
I don't remember. But I remember, I think Burt Reynolds, although is a, I don't want to say legendary, but a well-known actor, celebrity, TV show, Evening Shade. Yeah, I think a lot of missteps there with some of these crappy films, Smoking the Bandit. Although mildly entertaining, but still kind of crappy films that I think he allowed himself to waft into, and he stayed there way too long. Because you know who could have done that? Was Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood with his Any Which Way You Can and Every Which Way But Loose. He could have gone down that path, but he decided, I'm not doing that. I'm going to make some good films. Burt allowed himself to just do these crap films, and it took him a while to get out of that when he started making some good films.
Yeah, back in Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights, when he showed that he had the acting chops if he just applied himself in his younger days. But he decided to go the Turd Ferguson route. All right, number 8, Poltergeist.
That
was good.
That was a good one.
Tobe Hooper directed?
He directed and Spielberg produced.
Or was it Tobe Hooper listed as director and Spielberg directed?
They said Spielberg had a big hand in that film.
Number 7, 48 Hours. Eddie Murphy and who else?
Nick Nolte, was it?
Oh, was it? Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
All right, because I never saw that one.
Yeah, I might have seen that maybe in the theater, but not the second one. Another 48 Hours. I think that was cool.
Number 6, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
That was a good one, and I think I may have seen that in the theater. Possibly. That was the one with Khan. That was why I think I wanted to see it, because Ricardo Montalban was back as Khan, which I had never seen any of the Star Trek, but this was getting high regards. Did you ever see this one?
No.
I know you saw the 4th one.
I did see that spectacular film.
Because we were going out to see any film that was out just to review it on our show.
Number 5. Now this is a movie I watched, and I remember missing so much of it from the hysterical laughter of people that I had to go back and see it a second time. And then, years later, when I saw it a third time, I was like, I liked this movie?
Oh, no.
Porky's.
Oh, no.
Number 5. Tallywhacker.
Yeah, I watched
Kim
that.
Cattrall was in there.
Did you see this in the theater?
I did see it in the theater.
Yeah, I saw it on HBO, and I watched it once, and that was pretty much enough of that.
Beulah Ballbreaker.
I had a couple of good scenes with the peeking in the shower, right? And she was pulling on his thing there.
Yes, on his Tallywhacker. The guy who played the principal was funny. But other than that, when I look back on it, not so much. Number 4, Rocky 3.
Oh, yeah.
What's this one?
Can you guess, being not a Rocky fan, can you give us what the plot of the third one might be?
Is this the Russian dude?
No.
Okay, so
That's the 4th one.
That's the 4th one. He didn't go back to Apollo Creed again.
That was the second one.
That was the second one.
Who was in the middle?
So, Tommy Morrison?
That was the 5th one. You're missing one major guy who went on to a TV show soon after this. Mr. T.
Oh, Mr. T.
This was the Mr. T one.
Okay. I would have never got that.
You got. How did you get every other one? But this one you missed.
I should have got
Not seeing
that one.
any of them.
I should have seen. I should have got Mr. T. Number 3, An Officer and a Gentleman with Richard Gere and
Deborah Winger, was it?
Yeah, they didn't like each other apparently.
Oh.
Number 2, Tootsie. Horrifically overrated film.
Go. Tootsie, go. Overrated.
Yeah.
It was big at the time.
It was okay.
It was the drag movie. A drag movie.
Yeah.
Bill Murray was in it.
Yeah. Producer Jim's one of his favorites. Jessica Lange, right?
No, he liked Bette Midler. I don't remember Jessica.
I thought he liked Jessica Lange
Did
too.
he?
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, I like Jessica Lange here. Gina Davis was in here, in a bra and panties, I believe.
Dustin Hoffman.
And Bill Murray's line, I think I still use. That's one nutty hospital, or one nutty whatever. You apply that line to. Yeah, it was good. But you're saying it was overrated.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great. But the number one film, I find, the most overrated film in the history of films. In the history of films.
In the history of films. This is...
From the first film called The Kiss, which lasted about 30 seconds. In the history of cinema, forever, the most overrated film, and the only film I've ever walked out of the theater on.
How could you walk out of the theater on this thing?
E.T. The Extraterrestrial. God awful. Hated this.
Why did you hate this?
I don't know.
It tugs on your heartstrings.
There's tugging that can be better than this film.
You didn't make it that far.
No, it was just...
Well, I wonder what part that you decided, I think I can't watch any more of it.
I don't know. I think it was because...
The middle part where maybe it's a little slow. Did you see the E.T. and the hijinks with Drew Barrymore? And...
I ended up watching it in its entirety on TV just to get through it. And I suffered through it. It may not have been as bad upon my second viewing, only because, and here's the reason that. You go into something with high expectations. You're expecting such brilliance. And this was a blockbuster film. Everyone's talking about this film. I go to see the film. This is going to be the greatest film ever. I'm settling in. This is going to be amazing. My mind will be blown. The brilliance of this cinematic achievement. And it was stupid. That's what I saw. I saw this goofy looking thing that just looked fake. And I didn't like it at all. So I said, after, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, I'll be in the lobby. I don't know who I was with, but I'll be in the lobby. And I think it was maybe the Hellman Theater. Something. Didn't they have like a big lobby out there?
Yeah.
I sat and I just waited for the film to empty out. I couldn't take it. I watched it on television later on just to suffer through the whole thing. And since I knew how crappy I thought it was, I expected nothing. And I was adequately rewarded for its nothingness.
I wonder, you walked out on a date, apparently. A female date you were with? It couldn't have been a male. You go to see
It was a date. I don't know, it was someone I was dating.
Did you sit there and suffer next to your date just to make her feel good? But it was so bad, apparently, you had to leave your date in there. Oh, my.
Hey, I stayed. And
she probably dragged you to this, right? You didn't want to...
I don't remember.
You would rather have picked what was on
I would have rather picked anything else. I would rather have gone and seen Porky's again.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right. You got any honorable mentions there?
Oh, I got a good list here.
All
I'll go through them, a little slow. You got time. The Seduction.
I remember a film called The Seduction of Joe Tynan with Alan Alda.
This was Morgan Fairchild.
Oh, back before her face became very plastic.
Oh, yeah, this was early on. I don't know, apparently Mr. Skin says her boobs were real, but they were very firm in this film because they're on display.
Well, they're younger boobs, so they're probably okay.
Remember, this was Andrew Stevens was tracking. It was very ridiculous because she was enticing him with her nudity to capture him somehow. But this was 82.
That would have worked for me.
Quest for Fire.
Sounds familiar.
Was a caveman movie with the Beast, Ron Perlman, and Ray Dawn Chong.
Okay, now I remember it.
And apparently there was a scene where Ray Dawn was performing the first Monica Lewinsky type maneuver on a caveman that was performed in the old...
and we know this was the first time ever?
In film, anyway. That you never saw that in the 60s. Hammer... you didn't see Raquel Walsh performing anything. Swamp Thing.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, this was a topless...
Adrienne Barbeau.
Adrienne Barbeau.
Yeah.
Cat People.
That's not a Klaus Kinski or Natasha Kinski film.
Natasha, yep.
Okay.
And Clockwork Orange guy.
Oh, Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell. Basket Case.
Oh, great film. Better than E.T.
There's a weird film in Malignant on HBO Max now. And people are either loving it or hating it. It's a combination of Basket Case and The Eyes of Laura Mars from the 70s. It's way out there if you want to see it. It's pretty entertaining, though. Paradise.
Don't recall that.
With Phoebe Cates.
Oh, I should remember that.
Remember her star?
Yes.
Who was her star in here?
Oh, and this?
Her male co-star.
Probably Willie Ames.
It was Willie Ames.
Okay.
And I remember we always had a joke about Willie Ames' penis. So I had to look it up. Was his penis actually in this film? And by God, it was. He was swimming under the water there. A little turtle sticking out. And it was... Remember beloved Willie Ames from Eight Is Enough. And there he is swimming around nude. With a little penis. Conan the Barbarian.
Okay, yeah.
Schwarzenegger. Blade Runner.
Okay, yeah.
I watched that again after Rutger Hauer died. I don't like it. I don't like any version. The director's cut.
Really?
It was very, I don't know. The Thing.
Oh, the Kurt Russell?
Yes. Tron.
Oh, okay, that's...
With the first computer-generated animation. Looks very archaic now. The Last American Virgin.
Uh-oh. Whoever has...
I saw that at the Helmet with some of our college friends. It was Dollar Night, and we saw this. And the classic scene where they have to measure to see who has the biggest tool.
Right.
And they all chip in, and it's the guy who has the biggest tool, he's the one that wins the pool.
Right.
And when I saw the actor that said that at the Chiller show, I said, could you write your line on there? He had no clue what I was referring to. I had to explain to him that whoever's got the biggest tool, that's the one who wins the pool. I got to frame that and put it up.
What did he say to that?
He had no idea. Okay. He didn't know what I was talking about. Your classic line from that. He was only in one movie, and this was it.
And he doesn't remember that.
He doesn't remember that line. But he was nice and wrote it on the picture for me. Night Shift, which is coming out on Blu-ray, we mentioned.
Yep.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Ooh, Phoebe.
Phoebe Cates. Friday the 13th, Part 3.
Okay.
The 3D one, when that was starting to come back here. Halloween 3, The Season of the Witch. This was the one people don't like with the masks. But I watched it. It is entertaining, but that stupid jingle, though, you're singing after you watch it. Creep Show.
Oh, boy.
This was the good one now, not the one we saw with the
yeah.
bad chocolate smell. And Trail of the Pink Panther.
Oh, no.
This was the one they did long after Peter Sellers died, and they put clips together. Not only didn't we have Peter Sellers, but David Niven was so sick, he had to be dubbed with Rich Little's voice.
Yeah, I remember.
So it was a disaster all around.
Oh, boy. Top 10 songs. Let's move along.
Yes.
Number 10. Hard to Say I'm Sorry from Chicago.
Yeah, it was all right.
Number 9. Steve Miller Band with Abracadabra. I remember that one. Number 8. From John Cougar. Oh, God, I don't like that.
Hurt So Good.
Yep. Yeah, I don't.
Come on, you don't like that one?
No, I don't like any of this stuff.
Oh, my.
And number 7, also from John Cougar. I put this in the E.T. category of worst songs ever. Jack and Diane. Terrible.
Oh.
Number 6, I like this one by the Human League. Don't You Want Me? Don't You Want Me, baby?
Yeah, this was the time when there's a lot of kind of odd, experimental, like one-hit wonder things, but they were all entertaining and catchy.
Number 5 from the Jay Giles Band. Centerfold.
Remember the video with the young girls in their skirts?
Yeah.
You can't do that today.
No. Number 4, Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder. Ebony and Ivory. Ebony and Ivory live together in perfect harmony.
Remember,
Side by side on my piano keyboard. Sorry, go ahead.
remember Eddie Murphy and Joe Piscopo did that
Oh, did they?
as playing those characters. You are black and I am white.
Number 3 from Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I Love Rock and Roll.
That was a big hit.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Number 2, don't like it. Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. Was that a Rocky theme?
This was the Rocky theme from the one
I don't know.
Didn't know Rocky 3? Eye of the Tiger. Big song.
All right.
Big opening song from Rocky.
And the top song of 1982 from Olivia Newton-John, Physical, as she tries to change her image from the good girl to the physical girl.
This is 82, so it must have been a carryover because I think that came out late in 81. And it ran for weeks as number 1. Do you remember that all over the place?
I remember the video. I remember the people doing, like, what were they, like a gym class, wearing the classic leggings and whatever weird
Very
outfits.
bad video quality. He was shot on video. He couldn't even...
But
But
didn't have very poor sound quality.
no.
But I remember that she was more of a, she's trying to sexualize herself a little more.
Let's get animal. I won a prize on a radio contest because I knew what the biggest, longest running number 1 song was. And this was the answer.
Oh.
So I won a mug or something from the local radio station.
Right. Any other songs you got listed?
I got a lot of other one of these like one-hit wonders, which
right.
were entertaining. Let's see if you liked any of these. Tainted Love.
Oh, Soft Cell. Like that one.
It sounded like a little dingle, like a store alarm, ding.
Tainted Love.
867-5309.
Tommy Two-Tone?
Jenny.
Jenny. 867.
These are all songs people know today, even kids, I think.
Perhaps.
They put these in things. Our Lips Are Sealed.
Oh, wait a minute. Our Lips Are Sealed is the girl band. Blah, blah, blah,
I think this was the first song they did. They were playing around in the fountain outside.
Go-Go's.
Yes. Who Can It Be Now?
Men at Work.
With Colin Hay and the
Yep.
Wandering Eye there. Heat of the Moment.
Asia?
Yep.
Okay.
This was one of the few songs where they mentioned the year the song came out in there. And now you find yourself in 82. I ran so far away.
Flock of Seagulls.
Yep.
With the
Remember
guy
that?
playing the keyboard, holding the one thing down, and then he would make it very dramatic when it changed. He would go.
Jeez, oh God. With the wacky haircuts.
Yep.
Don't Stop Believing. This is the big song we still do
Journey?
on Glee. Yep. And it was the end of The Sopranos.
Okay.
That was playing. It was number 73 for the year. It's so popular now that I'm surprised it was that high up. And Caught Up in You.
I
Caught
know
Up in You, little girl.
I know the song, and
There's a number in the
I'll know the band as soon as I hear the name.
30.
Oh yeah, 38 Special.
Yep. A lot of these songs were, well, it's 82. What am I thinking of? I remember these from college, playing in the Rathskeller. That's why I remember all these songs. Yeah.
Right. We move along to the 1982-83 TV season top 10 song shows. Number 10. Wow, this is a bad list of shows. Number 10, The A-Team.
Oh!
Which A stood for awful.
Now, this must have started in 83. It was very popular then. After they must have picked him up right after Rocky, which was May, I think, for a TV show.
Number 9, The Love Boat. Hey, did they change Jack Jones did the theme, and then did they change it later on to a woman?
The last season, I think they changed to Roberta Flack, maybe. They were trying to freshen
Was
it
it
up.
Roberta Flack, Dionne Warwick?
Yeah, Diane, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was okay, I guess, for its time. Number 8, Falcon Crest.
Yeah, as much as I like Dallas, and I think Falcon Crest was on later, no interest in Falcon Crest. With, what was it, Reagan's wife there? Jane Wyman? Was she in there?
Well, it may have been, his first wife. Number 7, Simon and Simon. That's, what's his name there? I can't think of his name.
Corkindale was one of them?
Yes, and then who's the guy that he played Major Dad?
Yeah, he was
married Delta
in
Burke,
3 episodes of The Hulk also.
Gerald McRaney.
Only when I said The Hulk did the name come to me. Gerald McRaney has 3 appearances in that.
All right. That was sort of a semi-comedic, a comedy drama, private investigators.
Yeah, I'll watch that in 10 years, like I'm watching Canon now, I think.
I don't think it was Simon McCorkindale.
No?
No. I think he's an Australian guy who was in Jaws 3D.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the other guy was.
Blonde guy. Number 6, Three's Company.
What was going on here? We had that Terrian who I didn't care for that last girl he had.
Yeah.
Except in the 1,000 Corpses or whatever.
House of 1,000 Corpses when she was exposed.
Oh, exposed.
Number 5, Dynasty. Never really watched that.
I watched some of that only because Heather Locklear was in it. And when they did the reunion of Dynasty, I think the husband at the time, one of the rock guys, had her install the biggest pair of rubber boobs, which were taken out, I think, a few years. I'll put the picture in here if I find it. Unbelievably large buoys floating there. But other than her, no, I didn't care for Dynasty either.
Number 4, Magnum PI. I did not watch that either.
Another one, I liked the theme, would listen to the theme, and then turn it off. Although I probably like Tom Selleck more now when he's coming on reminding us that
reverse mortgages.
The reverse mortgage on. I almost want to get a reverse. He's so convincing. This is my first rodeo. It's just a loan, like any other.
Number 3, MASH. This was the last year of MASH? Or was it one
83
more?
was. 83, so this season was the last one.
All right. Number 2, Dallas.
Number 2, what happened there? Let's see, this was after the big Who Shot JR stuff was going on.
Which was a question on my trivia night the other.
Oh, and you knew, right? Only because I mentioned it all the time.
Right.
Would you have known that had that come up here all the time?
Probably.
You'd have to say Kristen or Crosby, or did they take either?
No, they took Kristen, the character's name.
Okay.
I knew the girl's name. And the number 1 show, 60 Minutes. Which is still on.
It's a good show, depending on the news stories they're doing, I guess.
I don't know how the ratings are for that anymore, but I know it's been on forever.
Meet
the Press.
We're going to, pre-COVID times, we're going to have to do a show, if we don't go all the way up, do like 2015 and see what the hell is going on with the TV there. So 82, that's a good year. Look at all this fun stuff we had. These songs and TV and movies. They don't make them like this anymore.
No.
I'm sure people growing up today are enjoying all these songs. There can't be kids today with all the diversion, too. That are enjoying the songs, whatever they are, for God's sake, and the TV shows. It was better when everybody was watching the same shows.
You didn't have choices. You only had a handful of channels. Now you've got a million different networks and streaming services.
I think it brought people together more in the old days.
The family, Ed, would gather around the television and watch whatever show was on.
And you'd go to school the next day and talk about the adventures of the Sweat Hogs with your friends, and it brought everybody together. All right. That's it. So next time we may be back with a regular show or a theme show. We'll go back in time. You got to tune in and see what's going to happen here. And we'll see you then.
And get your hiney checked.
The New Media Zone has been a Cable 2000 production.